Welcome back to another episode of Opinionated Facts. I'm your host Drizzle, and today we got three very special guests in the building. PAKG, producing the Con Generation. How y'all doing today, fellas?
What up?
Great.
What up?
Blessed.
Doing good.
Why don't y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves, starting with left side.
What's up? I'm Kim Williams, half of the rhythm section, 1/3 of the band, and yeah, drums and all things rhythm. Right here.
Yeah. Aaron Holmes Jr., everybody calls me Ace. Bass, other half of the rhythm section.
Come on, dude.
Another third
You
of
can
the
come
band. Love it. Love to be here.
I'm Dre.
What's your part of the group?
I mean, if there's three people here and it's 2/3, because I'm the other third.
He makes up the full.
Deductible reasoning. Deductive reasoning. I'm the last third.
No, I'm saying what's your role? Like they do the instrumentation, you do the.
No, I do that too.
Okay.
I do quite a bit of that.
Okay.
I play guitar. I'm a part. It's all rhythm.
Yeah.
So he said one half of the rhythm section. That's bullshit. Where our band is driven. Our band's driven by rhythm. Like I'll play a part on the guitar. He plays the same part on the drums.
Right.
We're all playing the same parts.
Right.
So I am a 1/3 of the rhythm section. And the rhythm section is the band.
I'll be lying. I gotta catch up me live.
We only have a rhythm section. We only have a rhythm section.
Nothing else.
Okay. So how did y'all how did this band come apart? Like, how did y'all link up?
I'll go first and then y'all kind of build on it. I'm from here, they're from Lexington. My brother got killed years ago, about 15 years ago now. In my crib where I was living at here. And city was not the place I needed to be emotionally, spiritually. So I packed up a couple of ounces of some smoke and hopped in my Impala and drove up the road with a backpack and moved to Lexington. I knew I wanted to make music. Dead broke, had to hustle, get it out the mud. Long story short, I linked with my brothers here, and there's about 8 or 9 more brothers. Ran a bag up, built the studio, bankroll music videos and shows and events for about 10 artists. It was called Hoodstock Records. And I rapped, was the El Capitan of that ship. I like rapping, it's a sport for me, like going to court and hooping, but it wasn't my creative passion for it. It was just like something I just grew up doing. What we doing now is my passion. I wanted to be B.B. King when I was a kid. I wanted to be Jimi Hendrix, James Brown. I wanted to be those dudes. So when I decided to stop rapping and to pursue my passion, about 9 of the dozen brothers I had all turned their back, they bounced, and was left with a few solid ones. And that's who's right here next to me now. That's who I'm in the band with. For rich or for poor, that's who this ship is gonna float or sink with. And that's how we ended up. We've been together. So we stayed together though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ace.
Sasha Rowe.
Okay.
I mean, shoot, that's a pretty good introduction for the story. But I mean, during that time, like, you know, we was kind of, you know, all on our musical journeys in a sense, and then they all just kind of met, and then from there it never split.
Okay.
You know, switching from mediums, like we just stuck to the creation. That's really the core of it for real.
Now did you rap? Did any of y'all rap? I know you rap. But
We were mainly producers.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, like that was our thing.
Right. Okay.
My original raps was weak. Wasn't nobody give me no beats.
Yeah.
Except for Kim. And then Ace came through. My dog Brian, Montreux.
Montreux Beach.
Montreux Beach.
Those are the people I was able to get beats from when I was broke.
Right.
Then I got a little money, I was able to get a beat from whoever I wanted to get a beat from.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a bag, you get a beat from whoever got beats. And I just happened to, I stayed at it though, tenacity.
Yeah.
So I'm doing 2-3 songs a day. I probably got 200 rap songs on a hard drive somewhere just chilling.
Okay.
I probably got more random rap songs on these hard drives than any other rapper here has ever released or ever considered releasing that people would never hear. So we worked really hard at it. So I sucked, and Kim's stuff didn't suck, but then nobody really understand it. I understood it, and I'm like, man, this is hot. Let me hop on this. I was rapping on techno beats, and electronic beats. Feel me? And it was hitting, you know. So me and you know, I think, you know, Kim is he's a super producer to me.
Wow.
You know, hip hop, electronic, dance, R&B, house, techno. He can make it, you know, with the best of them. I don't think he's been given the same, you know, opportunities as a Pharrell or other dudes, but for me, he's top shelf. He's as good as them.
Yeah.
So, Link with a super producer that was underappreciated. Feel me? Yeah, and that's pretty much like the initial thing was like he and I, and then it expanded, and we created this entire world of incredible producers and rappers, and we had singers, and you know, it was a beautiful thing.
Yeah, basically that's basically it. I was in music recording art school, like learning how to do all the studio stuff. It was like either that or go to college. I was like, I don't want to go to college, so I knew I wanted to do music soon out of high school. So I started going to classes there. Was always making beats, just like techno beats though. Like I didn't have anybody that rapped or did vocals or anything on my beats. And then I ran across Dre. We actually went to like a session. Some dude actually like stood us up for a session. I met him first like doing like graphic design stuff. After a little bit, we had a studio, and it was like, all right, well, I got some beats, so start playing my weird beats. He got a flow for it, and it just worked out that way. Like I was like, all right, cool. Like this is what my beats sound like with vocals on it. So let me try to cater to that. So I was like trying to slow down the tempos, try different sounds, figure out how to use samples a little bit more, and that's really what kind of planted the seed for what we grew into today. Honestly, like just constantly working. Like he said, like 2 or 3 songs a day might be undercutting it sometimes. Like I would get off of school from like music school, and then go to the studio, and we would just work, whether making a beat fresh or working on a beat we already sent them. But it was, I would say 2-3 hours, like 4 or 5, sometimes 6 hours, just working on music, just perfecting our craft for real.
Locked in.
Yeah, we was locked in. Yeah.
A lot of my favorite stuff that I was rapping on back in the G, not just beats, but like songs in general. Honestly, I own some Ace beats too, though.
Yeah.
Rap Game, Johnny Depp, Boatload, Members Only, a lot of the smashes that the joints was on Ace beats.
So while we was also making the beats and stuff, I was also recording and engineering like all the hood stuff. So like that's where also like a lot of my ear came from working with different artists, working with his beats, my beats, just trying to figure out the best sound for everybody at the time. So
Right.
anything that came through Hoodstock, basically I touched at the end of the day. And then after that, just kept going, kept grinding, figuring out how to just get better at it, honestly.
Then we popped. Snoop Dogg heard a song that I rapped on a Kim beat.
Yeah.
Because Kim's a super producer. Snoop heard the song, you know what I mean?
And wanted to
And
get
then
on
look,
it.
he's like, I got a friend, more than a friend, best friend, Lindsay. Hey, Lindsay, you probably might see this, might not. Cool with Snoop. She played on the record, and dude was like, yo, this is hot, I want to get on this. And the funny thing is, Snoop's easier to work with than these local rappers. Snoop, like, we FaceTime, he's like, man, nephew, send me the beat. You know what I mean? Snoop's like, nephew, send me the beat. You know what I mean? I sent him the beat. I'm in my granny's crib on FaceTime with Snoop Dogg, feel me, on 43rd. You know what I mean? That was pretty sick. We sent him the beat. He's like, I'm gonna have a verse to you by tomorrow. That's what he said. So I had a little move to make. I had to get from city to Lex, do my little thing, my little interstate thing. And by the time I got to Lexington, probably 4 hours after he said it was gonna be tomorrow, dude already had me the beat. I already sent the verse back. Feel me? Like, I'm gonna email it to you. And Snoop's in the studio do his own thing. He got an engineer that's always on hand, but it was his email. He sent the email, typed the subject, sent it off to me to my email. So he's a G, still hands-on, just want to rap.
He put it on his EP too. He put it on
Make America Crip Again.
The
He
Sports
put it,
Center.
yeah, Sports
Yeah,
Center.
Make
He put it
America
on
Crip
there. So
Again,
that
a
was-
remix.
That was big because I'll bet he's not only is he on the song, but he put it out there for his people to hear. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't just like a single. It wasn't just for us to use. He's like, no, I'm gonna put it on this tape and push it.
Put it out there.
And
Then
put
you
it-
fast forward it, how many years? 7 years, 6 years, how many years? He's Crip walking at the Trump inauguration.
crazy.
He really meant
that.
Make America Crip Again.
Feel me? Yeah.
So at least he stood
Shout out
on
to Snoop,
business,
man.
man. You know what I mean? Like, that ain't how I would have did it. You know what I mean? But he stood on business.
back around to that.
I was like, I didn't know that was gonna happen.
I mean, shout out to standing on business, man. Make it do what it do, man. Whatever
Hey,
it
shout out to standing on business.
Now, I definitely want to focus on exactly like what y'all got going on, but I do want to say that during that time, because that was really my introduction to you as a rapper, was that tape, Flowchella tape. So like, when I heard it, I was, oh shit, this shit's hot. You know what I mean? And it's a couple tracks on there that I definitely wish I still could listen to. I know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, everything that you did.
That's off the
that.
line. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
but Sports Center.
I got the
But
files.
Sports
for it,
Center
but
is
yeah,
still
yeah. That's
Yeah.
on the one.
the
yeah,
original.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and I've used it for a
can
couple
go through
clips
if I
and
need
stuff
to.
before. You know, I use Sports Center because I definitely am a fan
Duck.
of the.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm
G for that.
definitely a
Yeah,
fan of the
real
track for sure. And,
Yeah.
and it's to this day, it's still one of the best songs to come out of this area. To this day, that tape is still probably one of the most
you.
revered tapes
Yeah,
to come
no,
out of
thank
this area. Come out of
Thank
this,
you.
Yeah, for real.
come out of this area because
That was a lot of work.
the sound was captivating. The raps were good, the placements were good, the beats were good, the production was good. Like it sounded like the engineer quality, like everything. It was on point. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like it didn't miss a step. You know what I mean? And so like, but what I want to ask is, y'all brought up Hoodstock and everything. Like what? All three of y'all were a part of Hoodstock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what was the peak and like what was the cause of the Hoodstock not being no more?
The peak, I don't really even see valleys and peaks. I mean, life's just all about evolution. Flowers die, the petals hit the dirt, and then spring comes around, and then where that one flower was that died, you got a whole field of flowers in April or May or March, whatever. Just evolution, this growth in different directions. I mentioned it, before, like everything was blazing, and then we had the Snoop feature. It was a big moment for us collectively. But I've never lied in a song, in a rap.
Yeah.
Whatever I expressed about, how I came up, what I was doing, how I was operating, it was the truth. So I have no shame in, telling my truth. But at the same time, the way that I was expressing my truth, I felt was counterproductive for the collective. My son was just starting to talk, and he's getting in the car like, y'all want to hear daddy's song, play your song. And on the song, I'm talking about, hustling and violence and misogyny. And just because something's true don't mean it need to be said. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't feel like that content was worth sharing anymore at that point. So I decided I wanted to stop rapping, and I wanted to do what we're doing now, because this is what I always wanted to do. And the music we making is the music that, what I'm contributing to it anyways, very much resembling of what I grew up on. The Al Green, the James Brown, the Chili Peppers, 9 Inch Nails, like a whole pool of music. I feel like sometimes when I'm in the mode I'm up, where I feel like we Bob Marley and the Wailers. We James Brown and the JBs, we the Temptations. I love that. Feel me? That we doing something forever.
Yeah.
I don't want the streets, the trap, it's cool, it is what it is. That's where we come from. But the idea of me perpetuating that with my art didn't sit well with me. It's gonna be what it is, but I don't wanna keep contributing to it. Right. So I decided I was gonna stop rapping. Okay. And I put in the group message, I ain't rapping no more. I'm still down to manage, book everybody's shows, help y'all do whatever y'all need to do, consultation. I'm still down for the team, but I'm not rapping. And I'm gonna keep it G. When I said I wasn't rapping no more, they kind of like seemed like they just like threw in the towel, turned their back on me, you know. And it's like, cause I'm the front man, you know. I was the money and the muscle at the time. Feel me? So they thought that me not rapping was me quitting art, and it wasn't me quitting art, you know. And then once we stopped, I don't think really nobody from the stock dropped anything for like a year or two or something.
Yeah.
We got straight to it. You know, I stopped rapping. I think we probably started rocking 2 weeks later, rehearsing. And I was saying that I wanted PAKG to be a part of Hoodstock.
Right.
That was what it was.
Yeah, it was the first
That's
band,
what it was
yeah.
supposed to
It was
have
supposed to
been.
evolve in- yeah.
We were supposed to have been a band on the label.
Right.
I was never leaving. They just thought I was tripping because we just got a big feature and we had did some shows for Bryson, and you know, the local scene was where we put it. We was moving the pieces on the chessboard in the music community here.
Yeah.
You know, like back then, that's when, you know, Jack Harlow was DMing me to get into our shows because he was too young.
To get in.
We was moving the pieces to the puzzle. And they thought, man, you tripping. Like you about to ruin everything that we done built. And they just didn't see the vision.
Right.
You know, so whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I love them, you know, but they can't slow down destiny.
So
Evolution was destined. The change was destined to happen.
now I know you said you told them at the time you was done rapping, but over the years you have laid a couple verses,
Couple features here and there.
couple feature verses.
Yeah.
So it's still in you to a certain extent. Like
I'm rapping again
like
now.
you still
Yeah.
have the
Right,
desire
I was
to
like,
rap.
I think it's
I'm
just
rapping now.
Yeah, it's just a part of you.
I just couldn't.
Yeah.
In that space, you had to get out of that space.
That
at the
I
time.
was too involved in the streets.
right.
Too much hustle. So the rap was it was that. I had my own approach to doing it. But at the end of the day, the content was still content.
We had said this before too. It's like if we had just kept going straight rap, straight hustle, straight trap, he would have been in the baby's position.
I would have been stuck
would have
there.
been stuck in the baby. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
like that type of like.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you look at like Lil Wayne, like I'm about to drop a rap rock album. No one takes it serious.
For sure.
You can't get all the way there and then say, now I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
You know, that don't work for Machine Gun Kelly because he's white. That don't work for us. You know, you try to flip the script, then you corny. So before I even got there, because I know what I did to get to where we was going, and we're doing it again. I'm not afraid of starting from the bottom.
Right.
I'm not afraid of picking up and going somewhere and putting my feet down 10 toes and we just get it out the mud that way. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, and I'm back rapping now, but the thing is I changed my lifestyle. The way I live is different. And it took years to find the language to be able to articulate how I'm living now in a way that, you know, was sounded cool. Sound like rap. Somebody want to listen. I had to find my flow again.
Yeah.
So like all the hours I put in, you know, being weak on their beats early on, I had to do that on my own. Had to find my new flow, my new approach to delivering this life. And yeah, we there now. So we rap, we doing it, and it still is just us. I'm rapping on beats that we making from our instruments in our rehearsal. You know, like just looping, just looping jam sessions, rapping. I don't do no courses.
Just straight
Nothing's
bars.
repetitive, straight bars. You know, because I'm singing in the band and singing in melody and hook, all the courses, all the structure. I don't want any structure when I'm rapping.
Yeah.
I want it to be like a Jackson Pollock painting, straight abstract,
Just go.
emotion, whatever's in my
Stream of
mind, just
consciousness,
dripping the paint
Yeah.
on the canvas.
Right.
And however it drops and dries is how it drops and dries.
It's so funny because even back when we was like rapping like in Hoodstock, like that's what I wanted you to do even back then.
Yeah.
Like I was like, bro, fuck all that.
Your beats make sense for that.
Yeah, like, anytime we got to do, I was like-
it's like, where's the hook at? It's
Yeah, I'm
like,
like, bro-
we was making the hooks out of your beats. It's like, nah, you didn't want none of that.
Just rap.
Just rap.
If we knew that then, we probably would have done that. But we were
What was
just
that one joint? It's like 32 bars or something straight.
something.
On which joint? On one of your beats?
Yeah, that was on.
Oh, was it Pressure?
Yes.
Pressure's
crazy.
hard.
Yeah.
Pressure.
Yeah.
Pressure was on the Spotify and the stream. It's gone now. We're gonna put some of that rap back on there for the streets
Okay.
under Alias.
Yeah, we got some. We got few. We got few stuff out the way. Yeah. We got whole. It's like y'all had a tape. We had like 2 tapes together that we never saw the light of day. but still,
Bro,
just,
I got 100 songs.
No,
The whole
I know you got
I'm
tons of
talking- I'm
songs.
talking about the Casket Talk.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just me
Cash
and
is on the
Nemo.
series. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
You and Nemo beats.
yeah.
We got 100, we got
That's what it was,
like
too.
a
The
five.
Nemo beats is crazy.
We got a 5-album series. It's just me on Nemo beats.
And y'all never
crazy.
put it out.
Nope, it's on the hard drive
We don't
somewhere
know,
in my basement.
I don't know.
I don't even know where it's even
at.
at.
Somewhere. But,
So you brought up Machine Gun Kelly making that transition from rap. He hit a high point. He was
Now
a
he just
big time
makes
rapper.
punk songs.
And now he makes punk rap.
Punk rock.
Punk rap. Yeah, punk rock. So when you decided to make that transition, because like you said, music it's all about rhythm, and each genre pulls. Like rap will pull from country sometimes, rap will pull from rock will pull from rap, whatever, R&B, whatever. They all it's music at the end of the day.
Country pulled from the blues.
But how did
Nobody pulls from country. Country's crud. Country is the blues.
it's literally.
Country is the blues with a little less.
So-
country's fried. This fried chicken without the seasoning.
Okay, so that's another thing, because now you got somebody like Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know Jelly Roll used to rap.
Yeah, he been grinding.
He was running with 3-6 in
Yeah, he was rapping.
A lot of his newer fans, they don't know this thing. Is just,
Yeah.
Right.
But he does country, but like you said, it's blues.
Yeah.
It's not your traditional country. That's just more blues side. But what I want to ask is,
Chris Stapleton, you a blues artist too. They trying not to tell what it is so they can just have a thing. Y'all just gotta have a thing. It's the blues, all right? Just because you drive a pickup truck instead of a lack don't mean you
Green
singing this cunt's the blues.
Drinking
Y'all
Coors.
are blues artists, okay? I bet.
But when you made the decision to make that transition, what made you feel, I guess I want to say, comfortable that, like, all right, I went from rapping and now I can make this transition to making rock, like, make it, how do I say, easier for you? Like, what made you
Yeah.
think it was going to be easy for you? Not saying you thought it was
like-
going to be
I
easy, but
didn't
the
think it was
transition.
gonna be easy.
I feel like even towards the end of the rapping, we would still have sessions where he was doing like acoustic guitar stuff. Like before I even knew how to like multi-track and like record our band, because I recorded all of our stuff as the band too. Like we was trying to do sessions with him doing like cover songs of like Nirvana, or like just do original acoustic guitar songs. So the transition was happening before the big jump happened.
Right.
But I think it was just more natural for him. Like he's like, this is what I want to do. He's always played guitar type thing. So
And I'm not here for nothing is easy.
yeah,
I ain't never had nothing easy ever, in my entire life. Like I know they got worse somewhere in Syria and Zimbabwe, or there's landmines and drone strikes going on. But like I didn't have nothing easy. The rap thing, no one would give me beats except Kim. I had to rap on techno beats and earn my keep. My bars, my flow was not hot. It wasn't there. I had a good pen, but I worked for that. So when it comes to art, I love the process of learning and getting better at something. If it was easy, I wouldn't have even done it.
Right.
It's the challenge, because there's growth and there's evolution in that journey. I'm looking to grow and evolve my spirit by way of my mind and decisions that I make. So all of this, figuring out how to learn the thing, being patient, sitting with it, not being able to do it, but telling yourself it's cool and picking it back up and going at it again and doing it for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. That's church for me. This is a spiritual practice. Evolution, man, making it to the next phase of existence beyond this little physical vessel take a lot of discipline, a lot of care and mindfulness. That's what I'm focused on. So that's not easy. I don't want nothing that's easy.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want nothing that's easy.
I guess
Forever.
easy was the wrong word. I mean, like, because usually, all right, let's say you were like an athlete. You're like, all right, I'm going to transition from basketball to go box. Like,
Yeah.
what makes you think you can go from that to this?
Yeah.
Even though it's still a sport, it's completely different. It's completely different.
Yeah.
Not the same. It's definitely not going to be easy.
I mean, I saw where I was at and I started rapping.
Yeah.
I've sucked at something before and became great at it. So I know that I can suck at something else and become great at it. Feel me? I know the formula. I trust the process.
Right.
I just trust the process. And I done been down, I done been messed up, and I've been on my ass before and I had not had nothing. That don't scare me either. You know what I'm saying? So trusting the process and letting go of the fear.
Okay.
Just knowing like those success and those landing points like look different for everybody. You just gotta have the journey and, you know, see what gems and jewels you find on the way. It's not really an end game for me. I don't like know where it's going for us, but all I know is we sound really, really good now. We sound better now than we did last week. And we sounded better last week than we did the week before. So if we keep showing up, we're going to be great.
Right.
And that's just mathematics. It's just simple math. You know, put your right foot in front of the left and you're going to go somewhere.
Okay. Now, what's the, I guess say, because the name is PAKG, but it stands for Producing a Kind Generation. What's the, I want to say the message behind the name?
It's in the name.
Yeah. It's right there in front of you. Yeah. Like,
Let's not even talk too much. Well, I don't even talk too much about that because it's there.
yeah.
It's in the name.
Right.
No, ain't no gimmicks, ain't no faking the funk. We live what we rock, live what we rap. What we here to do is right there.
Okay. All right. So what's next for PAKG? I know we're here today. Y'all got a show today at the Lou. What's next for PAKG as far as project wise, show wise? Like what's going on with y'all?
I feel like after we got like one more show at the end of the month, but as far as the band, we're gonna take a little hiatus and just get better. Like just work on the formula, work on the music, work on the craft, dial in some more new songs. Like we're in writing mode right now, so we're working on writing a lot of new material.
Okay.
And really that's it. We just want to nail it down. We want to, I feel like make the best of our opportunities to come our way, and the only way we can do that is by making the art, presenting the art.
Staying ready so you don't have to get ready.
Boom.
Staying
Just
ready.
that. So
And
that's
we love this, man. I want people to understand that. Like, we love creating. We go out and do what we do during the day. We have long days. We're dealing with kids. We're dealing with employers. We working, dealing with the bills. And we get together 4 or 5 times a week, play music from 10 to 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. Rehearsing, getting better, coming up with ideas, sharing the energy.
Rain, sleet,
finding the groove.
Yeah.
Finding the
Rain,
groove.
sleet, or snow.
Rain, sleet, snow.
Because we love to create. It's a thing. It's like, it can't be an end game. Like, this is actually like a release, an expressive tool for us to, you know, he can't yell at the kids and they get on his nerves. He can beat them drums. Then when you get to rehearsal, just hold it to rehearsal. Do what you got to do. You know, you get what I'm saying? So, ain't no end game for us, man. We're going to keep doing this and just keep getting better because we love it, you know, and we just want to contribute something impactful to the species, you know, whether that's just you in the stands listening to us at a hole in the wall, or if we playing in the Yum Center in front of 20,000 people. Like,
I think
we just want to give something real, something true.
Yeah, the expressiveness of it is the main thing, I feel like, because like a lot of people have different reasons and ways they make music, but for us it's definitely to share and to express ourselves. So whether there's, like you said, one person in the crowd, 1,000 people, we were still gonna play the music regardless.
Right.
The fact that there's people there makes it a show. You know what I'm saying?
Makes it a show.
That's it. Like
Man,
we're
gonna
still
play
gonna
anyway.
we're gonna play anyways.
We play 4 to 5 times
Feel
a
me?
week.
Like
It's the
But
same
what's
way.
it gonna
Yeah.
hurt to be able to share that with some people? Because if that wasn't a goal, you know what I'm saying? Like if we weren't just, happy to do it, happy to share the creative process, happy to share that energy, we just kick it at the spot. Keep practicing 4 times a week
Yeah.
and then leave it at that.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you ride in the street, you see kids hooping at the ball court, they playing 2-on-2, playing 21. It's just them. Ain't no crowd, nobody clapping in the stand. They love the game.
Yeah, just
They
hoop.
want to get their shots up. We get our shots up. So what you can expect us to do in the future is get our shots up. Feel me? So if you got the streaming platform and you see an EP drop, we just threw 6 or 7 shots up.
Yeah.
Feel me? Then maybe 2-3 more months, we're gonna throw 8 or 9 shots up. Feel me? Then one of them shots gonna be the game winner.
Yeah.
That's how it go.
speaking of 6 or 7 shots, we are dropping an EP on 7/7/25, so 777 coming up. So July 7th, Monday.
3-7 Mafia.
Yeah. 7 number completion. Feel me? So
Okay.
we dropping an EP then, and then
What's
that's
that
it.
EP called?
The EP is called
We don't even know. For love's sake.
For love. Yeah, I was gonna say for. I was gonna say for
But
what
look,
it's
though,
worth. I was gonna say for what it's worth. I knew it was for at the
That's
beginning.
the name of the Drake R&B album they've been wanting. Just for what it's worth. So, in his defense, though, like we'll have a whole set list, track list,
Names,
everything. We had the name of the EP, name of the album, and like usually like the day before I change everything. I'm like, nah.
It might come out the next night. You be like, what is this?
None of the songs is the name we've been calling them for months. The whole album title is different.
What songs are these?
You know what I mean?
That's
For love's sake, though.
That's that creative freedom. Like that,
For love's
it
sake.
allows you be creative because sometimes you be like, man, I really want to name it this. Or I want to go this direction.
Yeah.
Like you can do that.
That's another thing I think, like getting hung up too. Like we don't really try to get hung up on all that. Like we made it, it's gonna get out there. Let's just make sure it's like presented the right way. Like we're not trying to do too much right now with this endeavor, especially with this EP. It's like this is it. Let's just drop it. Like we record it. It sounds good. It feels good. We can perform it.
Yeah.
Let's get it out of the way. Like we keep working on. That's how we always work too. Like we make it, get it out there, and then we're moving on to the next thing.
Not
like,
trying to be attached
to
nobody
just
or
keep
work.
making
I don't
it.
know,
Yeah.
chasing the feeling of some other thing. Like, just be present. Make the
Yeah.
thing that articulates the moment. Make the thing that expresses the moment. And then make the next thing for the next moment.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So expect that. Expect us to work and express from moment to moment.
Okay. Now I want to ask each of y'all separately. I know you brought up B.B. King and James Brown, or you brought up Bob Marley earlier. Who would you say is for each of y'all's biggest inspiration? Not saying inspiration, but like influencing the style of music like that you make.
Man.
I mean, I go while you're thinking of it, because I did say B.B. King, James Brown, and Bob Marley. I mentioned 9 Inch Nails.
That's me.
Yeah,
too,
I want to shout out some more white folks. Because I'm coming off like I don't rock with white folks. There's been some white folks that have a lot of influence on my art. You know what I mean?
That's real.
Yeah, the Chili Peppers.
real.
John Frusciante is their guitarist. And he's one of the most incredible musicians of all ever. One of my favorite guitar players. He definitely inspires my playing and the way that I arrange what I do with my instrument. Yeah, I mean, I think, Kurt Cobain's an incredible writer. The ambiguous nature of his lyrics, I try to apply a similar thing to my writing style, like pull out the details of the story and just give them meat and potatoes or something so you're able to interpret it on your own. So the song doesn't just exist based on this is Dre's experience. Right. But here's some different pieces and parts of a story that you might be able to piece together and tie to yourself, like create your own meaning. Yeah, definitely got that from him. Robert Smith from The Cure. So great at arrangement and writing and production and writing and just sharing that gut-wrenching, emotive truth, those existential truths. So yeah, those are to name a few. Shout out to the white folks. Y'all know I rock with y'all.
Shoot.
David Bowie, another white dude.
Great one. It's a good one.
It's a good white dude.
Really good one.
It's a really good white dude.
Another white dude for you. Flea.
Flea. We said Peppers. I said John Frusciante.
You said Frusciante, yeah.
Chili Peppers too, yeah. In general. All of them.
Chad.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Yeah,
Flea,
that
though.
whole thing. Flea.
Flea is a bad white man.
The Palladino family.
Okay.
White
They,
man.
yeah, Marcus Miller. He black though.
He's
You know what I'm saying?
That's the brother.
Yeah, George Duke. Just a lot of. My dad raised me on funk, man. It was that was the foundation for me. Like, stick to the groove. And keep it memorable. Yeah. Like give them something to hum whenever, you know what I'm saying? Like that one song, 9 times out of 10 you gonna hum the bass line.
Yeah.
You gotta
Shout out to the
leave
bass lines.
You gotta leave people with something to remember.
Yeah.
Woo. But Yeah, man, it's so many to list, but yeah, also black church. I can't even front. Like I grew up in a black church, so like church musicians are on a whole nother level. Bro. They low key, that's a whole nother monster. But yeah, all those influences definitely shape how I approach bass.
My influences don't even, they make sense, but they don't, because I don't be playing like heavy metal. I used to play in like a heavy metal band, starting off playing drums. But like Slipknot is like one of my favorite bands. They do a whole lot more crazier stuff, but just the music and what they do with 9 people on stage to make one song, one sound is definitely inspiration for me. Like bands, these are more white men like Slipknot, so George Orison, rest in peace. Metallica, I like Metallica stuff. We've been on a Black Sabbath kick here lately, so a lot of like Ozzy, like their early stuff is really crazy. But also like Parliament Funkadelic.
Come on.
Like those dudes was like crazy when it came to like just getting a one sound, like all of them just trying to make something like hot and fresh. That was definitely an inspiration. But then like I listened to a lot of production, like even simple production, like it's like Battle Cat, like the West Coast, like people like Battle Cat, people like fucking 808 Mafia, someone like Kanye West, like those are people like I'm gonna hear them, I'm gonna hear the beats and be like, damn, I want to be able to play drums like that drum machine pattern, like whatever they program type shit. Outkast, like I don't know, it's like it's
all of them
over the
people.
place. Yeah, like all of that.
Wu-Tang.
Yeah,
I mean,
Wu-Tang.
we
RZA, I
can't
definitely,
get in that.
I studied, it's too much.
Influence.
But RZA for sure, I
too
definitely
much.
was like studying RZA's production for like a good season. Like, what's he doing on these beats? And then like listening to interviews and stuff. Anytime there's a RZA interview, I'm watching it. Like, I just gotta hear like what knowledge he's dropping.
We just stay students of the game.
Yeah, like there's too many.
It
so
doesn't matter
much.
where it comes from.
Yeah.
Like,
So much.
It's all of it originates from black skin. Period.
Yeah.
So it's like you can pull something from each genre, and then it'll speak to the core of what you're trying to get to.
Someone else that I'm inspired by is Yusuf Days on the drums, because he's doing shit that's like, he just keeps a groove, but he knows how to get fancy and get real crazy with it. I'm like, yeah, that's the type of drum
embellishments right there.
Yeah, embellishments, bro. It's like Yusuf Days, so you said Palladino family, so I'm going Yusuf Days for the drumming tip for sure. And then Steve Jordan. I've gotten a lot of people asking me like I sound like, or like my style resembles him a lot too. And like after looking him up, it's like, oh yeah, he's definitely of the same cloth for sure. So that's my picks right there.
Shout out to Rick James. Shout out to Bootsy.
Shout out, man. Yep.
Both
George Clinton.
Little Boosie too.
Ohio players, feel me? Yeah, Lil Boosie too, yeah. Boosie and Webby, feel me? Trill fam, feel me?
Definitely shout out to them.
Yeah.
Grew up on that back in the G.
Yeah.
Manny Fresh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hot
That's
boys.
Manny.
Feel me? Dirty world, but it still spin.
I was watching. So I can't remember. So what was it? The Verses. Yeah. So the Verses when it was Manny Fresh and Scott Storch.
Yeah.
And Manny Fresh. It's funny because if you watch it, you remember like Manny was getting mad because he was thinking it was like a producer battle. So he's focused on like pulling the beats and making them from scratch and shit. And Scott Storch, he's just playing the hits. And all he did was the keys and shit. And he's like, and Manny's like, bro, what?
He was
like, I thought this was an actual producer battle. Like, I'm trying to make the
yeah.
beat, and they're like, nah, you got to play your hits and shit, bro.
Yeah.
And so like, I know a lot of people like they appreciate Manny Fresh because Manny Fresh is like at that time back then in like New Orleans, he captivated a sound in a region, and he was able to elevate guys like Juvenile and the big times and stuff to a whole nother level. And it was like when they introduced that sound to the world, everybody was like, what the fuck is this?
400 Degrees is the top 5 rap album. It's the top 5 rap album for me of all time.
Oh, I've heard that a lot.
400 Degrees is the top 5 rap album of all time.
A lot of people say it's definitely in their 5, their 10. Like it's a classic. Like it's a classic for sure.
Oh man, crazy.
But no, I appreciate y'all letting me pull up before y'all go out here and perform tonight.
Yeah.
Y'all
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Yo, if y'all watching this, the show has already happened. But if you happen to own a time machine, you can come on back and come to Waterloo, feel me, and watch us perform. Dial your time machine back to July 5th.
July 5th, yep. Hop in
8
McLaren.
o'clock p.m. Feel me? And we'll be here.
Now I know y'all gave a lot of shout outs to a couple white people. But overall, y'all have any extra shout outs y'all want to give before we get up out of here?
Mama!
Yeah.
Definitely my parents.
just want to send love and energetic support to those, those who need it. Don't throw in the towel. We in this together, and your presence and your contribution are worth a while out here. So keep fighting, stay strong, and we are in it with you.
We love you.
Love to you, love to you. Shout out mankind.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Earth. Shout out everybody on the Earth living. Don't let this AI stuff get your dreams down. AI will not do what you can do up here ever, ever.
Get it? Yeah, AI it's too perfect. So just make mistakes.
Make mistakes.
Make
Be
mistakes.
imperfect.
That's what makes you you. Make the mistakes, learn from them, and build.
You, man.
Make
Shout out
art,
to
whatever
kids.
the
Shout
art
out to
is.
kids.
Yeah.
At the park, keep getting them shots up. Run them hills to get push-ups in the morning. Feel me? Limit the screen time to the parents, and we got a chance.
All right. Well, like I said, I appreciate y'all letting me pull up. It's been a pleasure. It's been a blast. And we're going to do it again.
For sure.
This has been another episode of Opinionated Facts, and we out.
Yes, sir.
Peace.